We saw the GSA folks held a press conference to announce. My name is Abu Sharif, and of course, Hagar Gonda is here. Good morning. Welcome to all of you, our friends, our followers, and those of you in the diaspora. It's good to have you join us this morning for breakfast. And we're going to talk these plus other issues making the news in Liberia and elsewhere. And of course, Hagar will come in, after which we'll take time with our friends on the social media. Please share our live, share our video. And yes, we followed the discussion yesterday on the at the Boulevard Junction. Say my man Eugene Fagon restaurant was broken down on yesterday. Hagar, good morning.
Good morning, Abu. Good morning. It's a pleasant day to be back here. Thanking God for the gift of life that we are back here. It's great. It's great to be right back here behind these microphones. For me, it's actually a joyous day, and as always, we are grateful for every opportunity God has given us to sit here to speak to our citizens, even the ones who, when we are speaking, they call us names, they see things they want to say. We are not moved, we are not deterred. You people are our strength. It is because of you that we are here, because we believe in our society, especially this country, in our society, the good things or the good people are not recognized and respected while they are alive. But all we know is that posterity is going to judge all of us, and tomorrow you could be to a point where now you start to realize and understand that, hey, these guys were here. Maybe when we are no longer behind these microphones and you start to miss what we say here, you start to miss the efforts and all of what we've done. But it's good. But I'm not too sure it's a good morning for Real Madrid fans. I'm not too sure that is the case. But all I can say, if you don't want it good, I will say morning to all of you Real Madrid fans. Let me say good morning to Arsenal. Let me say good morning. You know, Abu, I always told people, right, in this life, you never, tomorrow is never promised. You don't know what tomorrow is actually bringing for you. So all you can always do, tell God, thank you for the day that you are already in, and pray that He protects you. But if you want to start bragging about tomorrow, or that you have absolutely no clue of, then it is difficult for you to survive.
Well,
that is what happened to our brothers.
The Barca people are so excited about the result.
We are not. We are not so. The thing is, for me, I like a good playing team. I ain't like a good, let's say, a FIFA backed team.
So Madrid is a good playing team.
No, Arsenal is a good playing team. You saw it yesterday.
But isn't Madrid a good playing team?
Madrid is a good playing team for Mallorca, Celta Vigo. Yeah, but people like Arsenal, Barcelona this season, no, Madrid is not a good playing team. I like it. That's why you see I didn't watch Man U game. Even the Chelsea, I don't watch that game because the way.
Let's talk about Barca and Madrid.
But this season, absolutely, this season Madrid is of no match to Barcelona, because in 2 games they've been able to concede 9 goals, and we've taken trophy from them. And again, we got 2 other games coming up. The Copa del Rey final is on the 26th, so we are automatically going to sign the dismissal letter of Carlo Ancelotti.
On the 26th.
Yes, on the 26th. That will be on the next Saturday. Yes. So what about the Super Cup that Barcelona won 5-2?
No, that was a mistake.
Oh, okay, all right. But whatever the case is, it's good to be back here. Good morning. Vamuya Sharif, he's one Madrid fan always. That man get more. And Richard Gabriel Sigby, his wife Sharon.
No, don't come on, man. Yesterday,
I
sure they were flocking him.
I can imagine how
you're gonna just send him the score.
Before the game, the last post I saw from him was bravery, strength, and one wedding. I know how you.
They just feel the forward at literature contest. Yeah, writing all kind of William Shakespeare.
Since their defeat last week, Madrid fans basically turned to motivational speakers. They started looking for all of the quotes that could align with their struggle. So since they look for all of the quotes, and then doing let's say from the morning of the game, at night before the game in Friday, the guys are telling us they will close their stadium. They will do they want. But I don't know what happened. Unfortunately for us, they closed this they closed they closed the stadium, and then what happened. But whatever the case is, let make it clear here. In the competitive competition like the Champions League, Madrid have never beaten Arsenal. They've met the four times. Four times, yeah, they've met. And unfortunately, last night was Madrid first time scoring against Arsenal in a competitive match. And you can take it or leave it, but that's the reality. So we are here this morning. The Freedom Money Rags and Freedom Cash giveaway. We are here as well to give you money here. So all that you have to do, since today is Thursday, sorry. Since today is Thursday, we are going with the SIM star 799. We are going with the SIM star 799 star 70 hash. Star 799 star 70 hash is the code. You can stand a chance to win money right here. Once you play this morning, we'll be giving out money to our followers. Right here, star 799 hash, reply with number 11. Sorry, star 799 star, reply with number star 799 star 70 is actually the code. There are too many codes here. Be embarrassed giving us but the code is star 799 star 70 hash. Yeah, star 799 star 70 hash is the code for this morning. And we're here to give out 10,000 to you, our followers. All that you have to do is to dial star 799 star 70 hash. And yes.
So the Madrid guys are watching social media and all things. They will just be marching, they put the beat, all kind of things they were doing yesterday.
Yeah, the guys
say they can come back.
Yeah.
This, that. I know they came back yesterday.
No, I'm not too sure. The entire thing about the whole thing is Madrid fall back to come back, but unfortunately they had to stay back. So something when I just correct, but I hold back.
And,
I know.
And no team did that to never, but
Arsenal, like I can see, they can protect Premiership table. And then they book that kind of thing. That's what they doing. That kind of thing. Now how left looking.
Yeah, and they were just. I mean, they should have really taken record yesterday.
Most definitely, but again, that's what it is.
You saw that English
Rudiger, and was it
Rudiger? Yeah,
that German guy. Why he stepped in?
Say Sierra Leone.
Yeah, he intentionally stepped in. Louis Kelly, Stomor, and nothing was done about that. And several other things.
The play leading to the stepping, I think, was the one unnecessary that needed the card. But where he stepped on the guy, I think it was unavoidable because you're already in the
You really think so?
And the guy was on.
But if you notice, Madrid did not play the game like they normally play football, right? Let's be sincere to ourselves. Madrid play with I should say anger. So if you notice,
let's say that the Champions League for them.
So if you really notice, there were too many things they had to go through yesterday, and it was terrible. There were too many things that Madrid had to go through yesterday. Imagine the guys cannot even Madrid anyway, but that's why it is. Let Madrid fall back and wait their weekend. We bring the trophy to Spain.
That mean Madrid is not going to win anything this season.
Let's wait to see the Copa del Rey final, but I'm sure that Madrid is definitely not going to win anything this season, because if it is only between D and Barca, they have to rest. Madrid, let me say this to somebody: Madrid don't have a good midfield. That's why I said Madrid can only survive in front of Mallorca them. But on a frank note, Madrid don't have the kind of midfield that a competitive football team like Arsenal, Barcelona have. Once you can control Madrid with the ball. How they ball from them, they run after it. You see, they will start to play angle football now, and you control the game. And that's what Barcelona can do to them. Barcelona put 3 midfielders in the center and use one on the side and make them make that person like a winger. Then Madrid lost, because once the guys want to play crowded midfield, they come up, hold the ball from Madrid. Then you see Vinicius, and of course Bellingham. And you see them start opening their mouth, breathing fast. So, but whatever the case is, it's good for our brothers. It's good, at least Madrid.
So, congratulations to all the Arsenal fans, including the president, Joseph Boakai. I'm told Mr. Boakai is is an Arsenal supporter. I hope this time around they wouldn't give him the cheap jerseys or paraphernalias. They will bring in quality ones this time because I turned the paper upside down yesterday as until Arsenal qualified, and of course he was able to talk to his people. So I'm under moral obligation to put the paper up so the blood will start going. But folks, yeah, man, Arsenal are out, man.
Yeah,
So
but I mean,
congratulations to all the Arsenal people. They get a B more. That B more coming put them on too. So PSG because they coming start
no,
to
but
win.
Arsenal beat PSG during the group stage.
That was during the group stage. PSG has consolidated since then.
Yeah, so let's wait to see how it pans out.
Correct. I agree. You saw the game with Aston Villa. Aston Villa.
Imagine Aston Villa play PSG in that kind of format.
But Aston Villa is good
Yeah, but not good as compared to Arsenal.
this season.
Oh yeah,
I mean the team.
the Premiership standing can say it all, Abu.
Of course, I mean from the beginning of the Premiership table, Arsenal was able to accumulate points that's keeping them there. But of course, Arsenal has dropped.
But all of them have
drop her
all of them
performance.
have played the same amount of
I
time.
agree, but what I'm trying to say, from the beginning of the Premier League,
They use extra energy,
the
right?
team was in shape.
Okay.
They were okay. They were ready flying. In fact, they believed themselves to be the eventual champion or the prospective champion of the league and all that. But what happened? There's a dip in their form. But of late, Aston
I think
Villa
it's
has
I think it's solely because of the Champions League. If you notice, all of their games before the Champions League, you will find Arsenal playing a weaker football as compared to what they can play during the Champions League. So their performance is dropping because I believe, looking at the table, the standing now in the Premiership in the Premier League, what they are looking at now is they are 13 points behind runaway champion. Who will be runaway champion? Liverpool. So looking at the amount of games, I think around 7 or 8 games left. If somebody is stopping you 13 points, you're talking about 2 or 4 games, one draw that the person have to have before lose. They have to lose 4 games and then draw one, and you win all of your 5 games before you can tap them, which is definitely not easily possible this season on the from Liverpool angle. So what they can do now is to focus more on the Champions League, get themselves into the finals, and see whether they can make it from there. But looking at the Premiership, Arsenal is not paying more attention to that. So you can even see from their teams that they are the teams that they drew in the past 2-3 games. So you see not consistent team that's won. All of the players playing like no, like you saw doing Barcelona and Dortmund second leg, going ahead 4-0. The guys felt, hey, we got nothing much to fight for. So what we needed to do is to just defend, or maybe play the ball for the 90 minutes and ensure that these guys don't score 4 goals on us. And that's what happened. So whether Barcelona was beating, their interest is not whether or not they were beating. Their interest there is to qualify, and they did qualify. So trust me, the football you saw Barcelona play against Dortmund, you may not see it in the Copa del Rey final and maybe any of La Liga games until the season is out. So there are the teams can set up their goals and all of that. When they reach to a point, they say, "Hey, we can make it." Like Madrid now, Madrid felt their goal was to reach the Champions to pass Arsenal. So trust me, now that they could not make it, their goal now is either the Copa del Rey or La Liga. So they are going to put more efforts into these two competitions more than what it has been. But again, we hoping to hear from the American team as to what the condition of Mbappe is like. And for me, I am praying that Mbappe is back and strong before the Copa del Rey final, because he has been there before. Barcelona have beaten them. And let's wait to see. And I'm sure when he's there
before they make that an excuse, right?
Yeah, so I don't want them making it as an excuse.
So this Higa, a student leader, is I'm told critically sick and in need. We feel it is all of us. He's our brother to our comrade, and and so It was on yesterday. I was in a gathering, and then some of our friends they show me a picture of the young man, and I was shocked, and I'm like, really, is this current? And then the other fellow say, yes, it's say, in fact, they just added me to the chat room. There's a group chat that's already been created, and of friends to see how I can rally the necessary support to fly him out of here, because the conditions is very, very critical. And that's Vanny Jesse. I'm sure you
Oh,
know
well, yeah, I've
Vanny
heard about
Jesse.
Van
Yeah,
Jesse. I think he was
yeah,
one of yeah,
Linsu,
Linsu.
and stuff. And he has been around the corridor, involved with youth and student activities and all that. So it was just on yesterday I got to know, and today the social media too has been pausing all of that. But there is this information for anybody out there that want to be of help, or at least want to reach out to Vanny or his family and friends, right? But this is it. Say Vanny Donor is critically ill and needs to be flown out of the country immediately. So the youth and student community of Liberia has a situation just like what we are
The
with.
artists, the blog. I think the bloggers, right?
No, we have similar situation with the late Valai Dole,
Yeah.
right? When Valai became critically sick and people needed to rally and all of that, people did, but it came in late, and then there was no time to get him out of the country, and he passed at JFK and all that. So today we're talking about Vanny Jesse, and you all know him. He's a brother, he's a friend, and of course, he's an activist for good governance in Liberia and plenty of things that you know Vanny for. So he really needs it just wherever you are. So to contribute, these are basic details for those in the US on your Zelle or Cash app. The number is 215-824-6060, Darlington Collins. The contributions will be made to Darlington Collins for those that are in the United States of America on 215-824-6060. For those of us in Liberia listening and would love to contribute to help save the life of a brother and a fellow compatriot, right? The orange money or mobile money numbers are 0777 568 962 for orange. 0777 568 962 for mobile money is plus 886 568 962 0886 568 962 to and this is gonna go to brother Seth Kangbe. Seth Kangbe is the recipient for those contributions from Liberia. So please, we're appealing as friends and brothers of Mr. Vanny Jesse to kind-hearted individuals, philanthropists and all of that. Please help a young brother, very brilliant, excellent, opinionated, and of course positive about change in this country. We believe he has more to offer Liberia, and so we have to come in. So this situation is just the situation where a lot of young people, even all of us sitting here, right? We have all of what we have in terms of potential and energy, but again, what we've not been able to get is the ability to be independent and take care of your basic responsibility, especially when we reach a point. Then we'll have to come out and appeal to the good conscience of our friends and compatriots. So this is exactly what it is. So you can please be of help, and that is that. So we're going to keep doing this. Every other morning we'll just speak as our own way of assisting and reaching out and being of help to Vanny's situation and wishing speedy recovery. I hope that God will help lay his healing hands on Vanny Jesse. So today is Thursday, and so let's do, let's say, let's welcome a few of our followers who are celebrating birthdays today. Here, you have our own friend. Um, this is his daughter actually.
Mm.
Say Joy Scoopy 2, and little Joy Scoopy 2 celebrates today. And of course, it's coming from our friend, Chairman Abraham Blamo 2 of Cassava Hill Community, Louisiana. That whole Cassava Hill.
Where Blamoto go live, whatever.
You know the men move. The men are chairman. They're the
Oh.
same way chairman to the side.
Oh.
The men are chairman. But you can only find inter community relationship with female chairman. So you now female chairman.
But actually, you know, restricted to that. You know, I mean,
But I only that one.
my township, Johnsonville, got over 38 communities.
But you only told
So,
us about the
no,
female
but there
chairman.
have been several other. The reason you heard me spoke about that is because when I went there was news there.
Mhm.
All of the other places I have gone, no news, a private conversation we've had and all of that.
Okay.
So yeah, but the one place there, you might get problems. You know that, yeah.
So yeah, Chairman Blamoto Dollar celebrates today, and our man Prince Crippler of District Number 12. He's there in the U.S. Prince.
His birthday
Prince,
is on today.
yeah, Prince's birthday is today. So happy birthday to Prince and all the others. Some of you will not remember your name directly, but of course you're celebrating. And thanks for all of your support.
Yeah, sure. So we hear this morning, Abu, I'm seeing too many things and I'm getting scared from Nimba. And we're getting scared now in a negative, two ways. And one is in a
Politics
negative.
has gone dirty, actually.
Yeah, it's gone dirty, even deeper. But again, what I'm seeing competitive crowd pooling. Let's see how it pans out doing.
Yeah, you said, but anyway, we'll talk about that. Let's see what the Supreme Court says. You have the communication you want to read.
The Supreme Court communication regarding
my data finished.
so let's see this. I don't know whether I got it on this one or the other. So while we wait to see that, also don't forget we're giving out cash right here. Abu, how much we're giving this morning?
$10,000.
Okay, $10,000 is up for grab this morning, and I will please help me with that phone. 10,000 is up for grab this morning, and all you have to do
is $50
yeah, $50 US we're talking about. So all that you have to do is just for 100, that's a $200 or $1.70. You that star 799 star 70 hash, and then we're giving out money to you here this morning. The more you play, the better your chances are to win. So star 799 star 70 hash. Let's see. The threshold is set now at 6, and between now to 8:20, 8:30, whatever time we can have 6, we can move on. But let's read this out. The communication coming from the court. It says here, in the Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia, March term AD 2025, present, Her Honor Siane Yol, Chief Justice, Her Honor James Eto, Howard Wolokoli, Associate Justice, His Honor Yusuf D. Kaba, Associate Justice, His Honor Nyame Kwekwe Baise, Senior Associate Justice, Her Honor CNN D. Clinton Johnson, Associate Justice. Speaker J. Funati. So you see, for those of you that can be running around here when they call a person these days, they'll be running around with it. Depending on what it is, how the rate is far, how the court can call you. Speaker J. Funati Kofa and members of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature, informants versus Representative Richie N. Kuhn, purported a Speaker of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature. Representative Thomas Fala, Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, members of the Self-Star Majority Bloc of the Government of Liberia, represented by the Ministry of Justice and Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia, respondents. Bill of Information. Republic of Liberia, to Brigadier General Amos B. Kessie Dixon, Senior Marshal, Supreme Court of Liberia, on or his deputy Manovia. You are hereby commanded to notify the parties in the above entitled cause of action or their legal representatives that the Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia will give ruling in said cause on the 23rd day of April AD 2025 at the hour of 12 noon, and that day I cited to be present for the same, and have you there this notice of assignment given under my hand and seal of the Honorable Supreme Court this 16th day of April AD 2025. And this is it from the court.
That's it. And basically, so that means next week, Wednesday,
That's
which is going to be the 24th, right?
yes, the 23rd.
The 23rd, sorry. Yeah. So a day after the by election, he got beat that I got with promise, scratch card. So a day after a day after Lone Star, a day after the election, when Koga, the day after Koga's flogging, the Supreme Court, he's going to come as chairman of the rebel group. We'll make sure after he flogging in Nimba, we'll make sure he be there to the court. No excuse. If he refuses to go, we will go take him and carry him to the court. He will sit on there, and then the justices, the Supreme Court will rule. And if it is against them, because you know what, the country ain't for them, ain't for nobody, for everybody, right? So if they refuses to accept, we will we'll make sure that they accept before they leave. So it's either you create an environment to lead peacefully, or you be made to lead peacefully. I mean, the country have to adapt that portion. It's important. So for those of you that think we do not talk about the other thing that appears like a good like a news or whatever, like positive news or good news, you are getting it wrong because yesterday we are told there were some delegation of investors. The government announced that investors were coming from China. What kind of investors? They've not told us. What I'm understanding here is that some of them or all of them are going to be in a sitting with the Monrovia City government people or the government of Liberia, so to discuss we follow all the details. It's important. Say the way you dress, and you can't be telling us that you're a multi-million-dollar investor and then you're coming to the country. First impression matters. You come in the shade, self looking, you're not holding good, then the other man's shoe, almost like laying and all those things. Then you expect that we'll not raise this. But podcast say they are investors from China. So what are they coming to invest in? I do not know yet. We've not gotten the details and all that. But just to let you know that the government has brought in some funny looking Chinese people and they're calling them investors. Let's hope that they're actually coming to invest because we need investments. With investments, we can get jobs for our people. We can get to take care of our basic needs. And when the people are working, then they will take care of the needs. So, but let them be real investors, not the Ayalolo bosses kind of investors, right? Not that, not the generator investors, the yellow machine investors. Let these be real investors. But with the way they were looking, maybe you need to tell them to change their shades and change the shoes and go gentleman club or Central Point and get some things for the men. But yeah, man, folks. So, hey, guy, what do you think? I don't know. Well, basically about that quote thing, we only hope for the best. The scary part is the attitude from the ruling party, and that we are getting through the stooges of challenging the outcome of the Supreme Court's decision if it does not favor Richard Nangwe Kun. So they will insist on maintaining Richard Kun. I think these are scary conversations about our democracy, right? And the justice system. The government does that. It will be a serious slap in the face of our justice system and rule of law. Well, again, when these conversations are coming from the corner, it's terrible. I don't know what you think, but I believe it's scary. And somebody needs to put their feet down. Somebody needs to put their feet down. Okay, our internet is back. Well, that is that, and of course, for me, I'm confident that the ruling is just going to be to simplify the original ruling, since a lot of people said the languages used were ambiguous. So they need to give us the legal definitions of those languages in a simple terms so that the layman will understand, so that Mrs. Shirley will not confuse herself about the meaning of the Supreme Court's ruling. Because I heard Mrs. Shirley even term it as ambiguous. So that means Mrs. Shirley has some difficulties in understanding what the Supreme Court,
Not just
Supreme
her,
Court
but
meant.
others.
I'm just using her as a standard. At her level, if she's finding it difficult to understand what the Supreme Court meant, then there is trouble, right? So we must endeavor as much as we can to break it down for Mrs. Shirley and her former vice president. As it seems, all of them are in the same boat. They're confused. They're lost about what the interpretation actually is, and so they're influencing different forums and creating an impression as though the Supreme Court deliberately confused the whole thing and get us where we are. People trying to scapegoat from the real issues, the substance, and they're trying to throw the Supreme Court under the bench. So can the Supreme Court simplify it for Mrs. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and her likes, so that they will understand and join the bandwagon of calling for respect to the rule of law in this country? That's all we want. But if you hear people like them come out and try to raise issue with the ruling, then it's dangerous.
It's most definitely, and this is something that I think the court itself has played a part in getting us to where we are, Abu. It was important enough for the court to speak in a clear terms and prevent Liberians from being confused. Mind you, the group of politicians you are dealing with are the deceptive ones. They are the ones most Liberians consider as the problem for our country. So they will always want to prove a point. They will always want to prove like, hey, they are right. So when you are dealing with these group of people, when you are working with these group of people, you have to be careful enough to understand that you have to speak so that the layman can be able to understand. Look at what happened when the court when the court presented its ruling. These guys came out here and defining and explaining the ruling in their own ways, and supported by the justice minister and his government. They explained the ruling in their own way, and the executive had to take decisions supporting what Liberians consider as disrespect for the rule of law. So all of these things are not good for our country. So that's one thing for which it is always good when you are speaking. You've prolonged and now what you've done, like I said the last time, is you've made Liberians to speculate more rather than knowing the clearer understanding. Because if somebody don't understand what it is, when you continue to have things from people, you continue to speak in tongues and things, then you leave them to define your statement, to explain your statement in their own ways and form. So that is what is happening. So since the guys have explained it, we have gotten to where we are, and it is always becoming terrible for our country, because for nearly 8 months or so more, we've been able to have a disarranged House of Representative, where certain group of people feel they don't understand, they can't work with these group of people, and these certain group of people do feel, hey, we are being supported by the regime, so whatever disrespect we carry on against the rule of law is important, we will stay by it, and whatever the case is, once it is for our own self-interest, we will stick by it. So as a result of that, it is becoming more terrible. So it is only good that the court, we've heard too many things about this entire ruling, and we hope that none of them is truth, and we hope that the ruling from the court will further vindicate them, and see if the integrity and image of our country.
That's correct. So the protests are light, I'm told, and of course, I think the motorcyclist president spoke, Mr. Chukon Gray, and they have said that they are coming back. This is their country. They're coming back to fetch living for their family, and they will get back on the streets. It appears the government is not interested in constructive dialogue with the cyclists, but rather they're using pay agent to misrepresent the cyclists, which they found very, very unacceptable. Because if you have already put me into difficulty, I'm going through the pinch, then you send people to make mockery out of us. Like what I know Kenyon, right?
Junkie.
Kenyon guy will do. This talking about employing the LMP and taking the whole conversation and making it about accident. The whole accident cases have reduced and blah 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 and all of these. So the cyclists feel it as insult, and they believe the government is not prepared in constructive professional dialogue, but rather the politics of it, and that the government has already branded and considered them as whoever as a target.
Okay.
So they want to know whether this is their country or not, and they're going to come in. They're going to come in the street, and they're threatening nationwide protests. So protests are light, I'm telling you, and they are going to come out. They're going to come out very huge. And so whatever you have to do in this difficult moment, do it. We rely on the government to get involved in these kinds of situations and resolve them and prevent us from all of this. But it appears the government has not, because the police inspector general has already taken side. He does not seem to be in the interest of the cyclist or listening to their concern, but rather he's interested in executing, a selfish order. For as much as it comfort him, he think he has to do it. So this is what it's going to be. So if the thousands of cyclists jump in the street and they're riding, probably we'll see Gregor Como open fire and start to shoot them. Just whatever they're going to do. So it appears like it's going to be chaotic because the government is not constructively engaging these people. They've been off the street for months now, right? And we are still hearing
A month
it,
or more.
yeah, right, and we are still hearing it like this. So if they come out, I know with how the police have been programmed, they're going to respond with brutality and all that. So it's going to be bloody, it's going to be chaotic. So we could say let the government go and talk to the people and stuff, but it appears the government is not interested in mediation. The government is, in fact, the one inviting confrontation and altercation with the cyclists because you told them to get off the street. They came out, they peaceful march, they walked, they went back, they went off, adhering to your no-go zone. So all along, have you been engaged with them? Have you been talking to them? Or you left them? You think they do not have right in their country? And I think this is bad. You can't run a country like that. You have a duty to protect them and you have a duty to protect the rest of the people. They too are Liberian citizens. You have a mandate under the Constitution to provide protection for they and their properties, just as any other Liberian citizen. So sometimes we miss out on these and we brain people and we socially exclude them. So social exclusion. That's what you do. Oh, because these are particular, they're in a class, so you exclude them. You feel they are excluded from the privileges that every other Liberians should enjoy. So you treat them in disdain. And this is exactly what is happening with the cyclists.
And Abu, this country, you know, this government is doing itself more harm than good. Because we've said these things consistently, but this government still isn't listening to what we've said. You cannot continue to divide the country and think that this is the way you can run a leadership. No. When people feel marginalized, when people feel that there is no other option, no other hope, no other place around that I can turn, they get involved into disrespect for the rule of law. They get involved into civil action. And when these things happen, then it is wrong for our country. Because look at what's happening. I will for every time, maybe you're not really connected to these guys, the motorcyclists. But I got many of them, and these guys will come to you complaining every day. These were people who used to ride from Painesville to town, from ELWA Junction, from Johnsonville, from Carisburg, from Harrisburg. They will move and come to town just to ride and be able to get something for themselves. These people are now being restricted to standing at the intersection of their communities and running after, and 5 6 persons running after one passenger. And in a day now, people who used to make like $2, $3, $4,000 and be able to report and be able to take care of their families and all of that are being constrained now, even to get the report money. Out of what they've earned, out of what they are earning now is only in is there to purchase gasoline, service the motorbike, even to take care of their homes now is becoming difficult. And the government still do not see it important to say, hey, we have to forget about this thing, and at least and Abu, it was laughable when I came across a write out yesterday claiming that the government is expected to conduct training and vocational empowerment training for over 15,000 young people. That's a mad bluff. We saw what happened to the digital training program here. How long are you going to take to conduct those training, all that training? How long, and what are going to be the mindset. What the fight is, these guys need, even before they can come to those schools, they need to get transportation, right? Um, you should understand that you will not be going to their homes to conduct training for them. And even when they have transportation, Abu, they have to leave money to their home so that their wives can cook. They have to leave money in they have to pay their children's school fees. They have to leave money home as recess for their children. They have to leave money home for their girlfriends or wives to be able to purchase soap and be able to wash. They have to have money for their welfare, for to be able to take care of their health needs when there are issues of health concerns. But you see that you say you're conducting training for people. That's a mere bluff. It's a mockery. When these guys are given the opportunity to ride through where they normally used to ride and get money for themselves, they are able to pay their own, they are able to pay their fees to go and learn whatever vocational. You know how many motorcyclists are in vocational institutions around here? You know how many or motorcyclists that are attending vocational institutions? You know what they've been able to
But
do?
where the job, in fact? When you train them,
That's a
the
fraud.
15,000, where are they going to get the
You
job
think many
from?
of these guys you see in the street there, Abu, you think they are not people educated
Or they do
enough?
not have training?
No, it is because there is no jobs. These people got vocational education. Many of them, yes, I can say this. Many of them got vocational knowledge. They got one or two courses that they've learned, and they are able to better perform. But because there is no jobs, the guys feel the transportation sector is one place that they can go and make money, because everybody, one way or the other, people must leave their home every morning to go to church, to go to work, to go to school, to go wherever place, to go to the market.
Mm-hmm.
But if you say that, you say you're going, are you conducting the training to be able to give these people job? Are you conducting the training to give the 15,000 persons job? You don't make mockery of the citizens in such form and manner. Only because you want to justify your corruption, you will use that and say tomorrow, after everything they tell the country, say you use 7 to 10 million dollars to conduct training for these people. It's a mockery. It's an embarrassment.
And somebody will steal that money at the end of the day. So, lastly, and then we will transition to our Nimba conversation. But what's the cash giveaway? Are we
So let's check up. Let's check up if progress is being made. Let's check up to see.
So while Hagar is checking that, we are also getting report that the government of Liberia, the CSA, and others, uh, on Monday, the MCSS folks, the worker union alarm mistreatment, and of course, mis application of resources in the entity, and the alleged lot of things. They had a press conference and all that. So the Ministry of Education and the board, other stakeholders went in and told the aggrieved worker union folks that, look, we are pleading with you. We've listened to your plight, but please give up from now to Friday, which is tomorrow. Let's look into it, and then we'll call you to a meeting and have conversation, right? So the guys listened, and they decided to seize the strike action. So the following day or two, when they went back, the government, through the very superintendent of the MCSS that these allegations are being levied against, levied against, uh, decided to suspend the leadership, members of the leadership of the workers' union. You said you were investigating. We should wait. We'll sit and investigate the issues, and then you're suspending. So the question is, you hasten to suspend people who raise alarm about corruption and stealing, the $8 million in fraudulent insurance scheme. You hasten to suspend them from their job because they raised the red flag. But those accused are still maintained in their job. So how are we fighting corruption? Becomes the question. in the system and corruption happening is affecting you. When you talk about it, the government suspend you. In fact, they dismiss you. They take you from your job to shield and protect the stealings that are going on today in the country. They're protecting those ones and making it seem like anything that has to do with corruption and stealing won't happen now. Forget about it. Let's look at the 6 years people. The LACC came out with a whole list of cases that they have completed. So what is stopping the prosecution? Current cases. So you pretend as though these things don't exist, and then you're going around. I reading somewhere they say Mary Bros say anybody carry asset recovery benefit to us, I know she will do what thing something. Because you seem to be cherry picking and clearly indicative of your motive to just impugn the repetition of other past government officials. We are not saying do not. Once you have reason to believe that people stole from the country, go after them. But as you're doing that with past officials, what about current officials? Does it make sense to you? Somebody say just to put Brighton paint on a building for $500,000 freaking $1,000 in this country this time, when in fact BMC is going to be the one to provide a pin, because BMC is already contracted and provide services for GSA. So under the arrangement, they will have BMC to provide a pin for them, they pin the place, right? And then they will raise the money and send these monies to BMC and go collect it later on and share it among themselves. We understand about the whole game plan. Then when GSA, because BMC is already contracted with them, when GSA ready now to pay, GSA will include in her budget line. Yeah, then they will be paid. BMC will be paid through their existing contract with BMC. While they go ahead and collect that money and share it. Inside source. Inside source. And there is serious commotion and disgruntlement at the GSA among the regular staff and even some mid-level staff. They're complaining because Galakwa Kotima and other UP executives, what they have done, first of all, they have ignored the GSA workforce that's supposed to go and implement. The people who were trained and they demonstrated the qualification for these things, and they're there to maintain and do whatever they can do. They have gone and recruited Unity partisans, their supporters, and put them in GSA jackets without any formal contract. Put them in GSA jacket, pretend as though they're GSA people, that the people you saw standing down there yesterday. I challenge Galakwa, these were not GSA workers.
Mm-hmm.
And even in GSA compound, the people murmuring, the folks are murmuring, say, but how we here? We the ones that be doing the work. You're go take people from outside.
And that's a disrespect to them.
And put our jacket on them. This is corruption. So this government cannot be preaching equity and deceiving the people, and they're doing the worst. And life is terrible. It's unbearable. Hire the people, the government paying the people, you leave them, you go outside, you go take. The men say, but even the other people who are here that we campaign against, say we are also not Unity partisan too. We are Unity partisan. We are the people who campaign against women from power, when contract like this to come, they will take people from all the departments, they will put all together, they form a team comprising of all the departments and send up. Get big contract. Then at the end of the day, all get small to carry to our family. But you go outside, you take your supporters, some of you get vested political interests. Galakwa Kotima won't be senator in Lofa, so you go in the Lofa community, collect some people, and put them on the list and put them in GSA jacket, and then they were there yesterday. This is bad. This is so uncivil.
Oh, this country now, some kind of way. You can't. Every morning you wake up, there is always something terrible happening. Look at what you just talked about. already existing contract that taxpayers are paying for, already existing contracts that mannings have already or is passing through the budget to go to. And then now, as a means of stealing from the people, you make it appear that new thing you come into. So, you see, Abu, there is even something into that if you consider. Let's look at the GSA said it's they say it's how many 500,000 or a little over 500,000, right?
More. Some are even saying
So
800,000.
to prove how much the guys use at the mines and energy to renovate their office. How much what the other guy
Like
Francis
Sakila Nimale.
Internal
Then
Affairs,
finance ministry.
finance ministry. So if you look at all of these things, Sakila Yumale used over 500,000. So compare the ministerial complex to the internal affairs ministry.
No, a little different way. Sakila Nimale, right? Sakila Nimale doing renovation. But they want that jet painting. And the painting that only the exterior, not inside. All the ministries are responsible to paint inside.
So the outside part of the building, just to paint the outside part of the building, they say 500,000. And we are receiving information, like Abu said, that although the pin that the guys will use, but Brighton, not Brighton.
They are all regular.
I thought you use Brighton.
And I'm told the total budget is some 1,500,000 or 50,000, something there about. So the way they did the breakdown, a very rich authoritative source told me that it's in the budget. In fact, that 500,000 is going to go for to build a national conference center.
Okay.
And they have earmarked Bon County for that project, right? Which is not even making sense to me when you have the Unity Conference Center lying in ruin, right? A republic that's thinking smartly, who want to consider bringing that place up to speed and putting all of the necessary modern infrastructure there, but they say no, they're going Bon County because people won't ski. So they're using 500,000 for that one. Then they're using 500,000 to pin the other place. Then the remaining 50,000 is what they're going to use now for the United Conference Center. What can 50,000 do in United Conference Center? That they are both government.
The guys are good. The guys will.
Do we have freaking players to call?
Not yet. We still even the draw is like I don't know from my system.
Okay, FM is reporting that former GSA General Services Director General Mary Bro has vowed to take legal action against the asset recovery team if she feels unfairly targeted in the ongoing investigation into the alleged rice saga during her tenure. Raw comments comes after she received an official invitation from the assets recovery team to answer questions related to the matter. Speaking on the OK Morning Rush, I think this morning she phoned in. She stated, if the asset recovery team plays with me, I will sue them. I am not going anywhere. That's your business. Easy. So for her, she feels a part of the rescue team. They all undermine the CDC government. They felt that was not their government. They were uncomfortable there. They undermined. They brought a rescue, thinking, so they're not like now around. Finally, now they say Mirror still wrestle. So while Mirror is chasing after current criminal, they're chasing after her for being rest rule. current rule. She's looking for current rule. Then they're looking for her as rest rule. What an interesting situation. So that rest rule looking for current rule in the country. Folks, let's take a few calls on some of these things, and then we go Nimba. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call. Liberians, scores of issues happening, and of course, it's important that you pick on either of them and voice out your position. The government is listening, partners are following. Let's know where Liberians stands on these critical issues. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to Freedom Assembly, and good morning to my peace loving people of the Republic of Liberia, and good morning And alongside with Hagar in studio, by the way, introduction, I'm your sponsor, AF Kamara. I just on this conversation this morning from Peter residents to be effective transformer community within district number 10, relatively old. Thank you very much for the discussion this morning. I have two issues to talk about this morning. One has to do with the Nimba election.
No. We start talking about Nimba election, so you can jump the gun.
Okay, let me talk about the legislature issue.
Yeah,
let me speak about the legislature issue. As the court coming up the rules on Wednesday, please, whoever created or as winner of the ruling, they should accept result and move on to do the labyrinthal business. They were elected not for speakership, but they were elected to serve the labyrinth people a lead and direct and set the direct representation and oversight responsibility to the direct districts. So let us try to do our job. We are going almost 1 year in this guy we cannot understand our thing. So I thank you this morning for the show.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Miles Yokisa. I'm calling from Keba. The issues pertaining to circles within Motorcyclist and Adwana. And one of the leaders was Nimba from the Kansas City. So one great company, the world is protest, but then in this situation for a very long time. You know, when the Kansas City people will not pick up here.
Okay.
For us, we are getting ourselves prepared because you said that the government is going to have the fast things are not abusing the leaders, but they're going to have the thought of reasoning on the cyclists because majority of us living that is motorbike riding. We're not happy, but we're happy a lot of educated people among us, people with degrees.
Government say, you go to school, you know, boy, you get hit. I want to make it. You want a lie to kind down. So instead of you riding, you go instead ensure that you go to school instead of riding motorbike.
So when some of us graduated from Jimmy Jerome Google institution, we attended university,
the man that Montgomery said, you got it from Jimmy Jerome, right?
Yeah. So the issues pertaining the cyclists, Chokon Green knows me personally. I conducted a program for George. We are returned 2023 elections on the Banana SSC. But he was not able to attend the program. He sent the former minister of state, George Richard Lamo. He was the one who attended the program for me. I combined the three districts 11, 12, and 13. But looking at it, some of us having the proximity within our domicile, we have the control. And when I relent, when someone will call me, I'm going to put my team together and we're going to take the street. And when I relent,
okay, so that means from Ghana Bay, you from Ghana Bay, you guys are in support and you're waiting for the call.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning. Let's see. Maybe this man want to talk about the 500,000 painting of the ministerial complex. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
I'm having just think to go. That Sunday I want to know. You see, when the people start to do a code of conduct and people start to talk about it, start to follow in the constitution, and then they try to switch in another thing that will sway somebody away from the constitution violation. That's what I observe. So that one. So that painting was that place is deleted because the people finish eating the money and then they try to find ways to cover up. Maybe at the second money they come and take again. And the information I got, that money was paid for in 2020. Now they don't say that we're there.
No. What I know is while Mrs. Madam Bro was at the GSA, there was a request, I think 200,000 to do it. Yeah, but it was not made available. I'm told it was not made available. They made a request actually, but I think it was not made available. But this government is saying instead of 200,000, they want 500,000.
Gone to 500,000. So they try to take, they pay money that they could have been taking. The president always. The president always made them open the money so he can keep some for it. They go to there. Because Santa has just made already, so the public have to keep money for him, everything he got.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning. Tantan is the president's son, so the caller is saying the president's son are drugs men. I don't know how true that is, but these people are in the community. Yeah, good morning. Let's hear you.
I'm patient for
Go ahead.
yeah, so the issue happens. Yeah, you know the party people in council. The council who are yes, president humanity and not money again say it's going things building and not who coming like this to say the going things. They people see Abu. They keep those stick into the motorcyclist. They made Abu to get someone and then look for it. They look for it. You are yes. What about four? Can you fly around? Baba was number one, number two. They folk coming back. So
you know, we can't keep blaming people for past election results. And election finished already. But if they're doing something to them that not fair too, you got to stay with them.
They're in the consequences of the action.
No, not consequences. People doing bad things to the people. Hello, good morning.
My name is Kusendo. I come from Jacob.
500,000 to paint the exterior of the ministerial complex. Does it look fair to you for a poor Liberia?
Little over 400,000 plus. It's not in 500.
Where you got your little over 400,000 plus?
400,000 plus.
Where you got it from? Where are you quoting? From the contractor? Do you have access to the contract?
No, I don't.
So have you read the budget? Have you read the budget on the GSA? $1,050,000.
That was what GSA reported. So I'm quoting the GSA directly.
Where they reported that?
Yeah, at the press conference I heard on yesterday, it was stated the amount.
But man, when you come here, we're giving you privileged information, and we are on record. We're challenging, we're on public record. We're saying so. Just people can say Abu lying or he got lying. Then you come so assuming your attempt to bring the figures down, I know it's more than 500,000 in fact, right? Is it fair to you?
So yes, Abu, all the last 6 years, 7, 8 years since that bidding was established, the government has not taken any intervention as it relates to.
Okay, Uzi, your time is up. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
This will be that event Santos calling for Papa Ria. I want to speak to my president, Josh Weah. He should be careful. He should be wise in which people planning to take security from him. The Bible said that when people with God protecting you, you have to play a wise man to protect yourself. So I just encouraging him that he should be wise in which the people want to do to him by taking security from him. And the citizen, you should also be wise to in the land of protecting themselves also.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Yes. The budget of ministerial complex to print that building, the 500,000 is too much. That's $500,000. That money can be distributed to build health sectors, schools, other entities of government. The people are protected. That's taking place. They're giving the Java Cartoon $500,000 to job things, ministerial complex. Are you kidding me? No. Then the people start playing with laboratory intelligence. This is complete stealing. It's complete robbing the people, the citizenry of this country. For a non condition, they can tell me $500,000 the place ministerial complex. 50,000, 60,000, pay a penny.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, President Abu.
Good morning.
And good morning to President Tigger. This is Arden. I profess to be son of KOK. I'm joining you guys this morning. I want to try down there. I want to say thank you to you guys for the time given to us as the public to participate on the show. It's now a privilege for us. But you know, to the issue of the administrative complex, we have Nigerians in this country. They're not foolish. They're using power to control us. That does not mean we do not have our sense or we lose our senses. But over the times, the Royal government has portrayed themselves to be the most efficient government and the most smart officials. We are not expecting everything happening. Being involved in corruption and like the president said, these guys violate the system law and then they are in the public discussing, we are in the public discussing. Then they bring another issue. After every meeting, after every second, there will be another issue.
Yeah, that's correct. The last caller. Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead.
There's more going on later. I just wanted to tell you another way can cover your program. You know what? We should come to the disco and correct information. They will talk to the on the call. They want to cut the budget down for the video of the daily. But when they get a start to you, and so another way you go to this morning.
Thank you very much. And so, here we can hold it there, and then
yes, we can hold it there.
Give
Let's
us
see. Let's hold it there. Star 799 hash. Reply. Sorry, star 799. Star 799 star 70 hash.
Valid subscriber. Please be informed that the number you're trying to reach is
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Star 799 star 70 hash is the code. Star 79 star 799 star 70 hash. Let's see this person. Something this country everywhere.
yeah,
These numbers are off.
too many things
Star
happening.
799 star 70 hash. Star 799
Damn.
hash 70. Let's see something right here. Let's take this break shortly. Let's take Crime Stoppers. We want us to take Crime Stoppers.
Yeah, actually, we thought to take crime. Let's take crime stuff for Liberia.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the real authority. Tell it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must talk it. I mean you cheche, you wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the real authority. Tell it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must talk it. I mean you cheche, you wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before.
Oh yes, Crime Stopper Liberia, and of course it's good to be back. Thanks from the break. So here, guys, we are looking at the cash giveaway.
Let's give out money to frequent players since the guys don't want to. We're looking at something important right here. Let's see here, 725. Okay, so yes, don't we tell you so we can be right here. People be saying nothing into all. You always see we here.
Reach. Please try again.
Yeah, give us we here. It was star 799, star 70 hash. We want to give out 10,000, but we are not seeing people playing. We are not seeing people playing. So let's
Yellow
see.
Valley subscriber. The subscriber you're trying to reach is currently out of coverage area. Please call again.
So we are the bastards of your information. We can get them to our disposal at any time we want to get it.
So the other one,
we'll keep it a choke
for the future.
For the future, yeah, we'll reference.
The other one will keep it.
For the future.
In the future, we know.
But trust us. This information will not hit the public until we, Abu and I, are willing to let it hit the public, because we are the custodian of sensitive and credible information in this country. You want to challenge us?
I know you'll let it put it in, but the other one, you're not here.
One day we'll tell. Good morning. How are you? Okay, so this is Higa Gonda, and I'm here calling you from Freedom FM, Chief. What's your own name?
I'm Lauren Gassimi.
You I come 786. You say you are
Lauren Gassimi.
Lawrence Gassibi?
Yeah, Gassimi.
Garbe?
Galsayne.
Snee?
Yeah, Gassimi.
Oh, okay, Gassini. All right, so you've been playing the cash giveaway, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you play this morning? You not play the morning, make it clear. Don't make it look like you play. So you not play the morning. But check up on your phone. You receive 2K. You receive 2K as part of our frequent players this morning. Loyalty bundle. Okay. I'm also on the radio. We're giving out 10,000. You want to play, you can play, and then you stand a chance to receive 20,000 this morning. That's it, 10,000. Sorry.
Yeah, I play water and no results, so I have to be weak.
Oh, okay, but yeah, now you get something, so you can play this morning, and especially this morning, I will not having more people playing. You can stand a chance to win something better here.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, all right. So let's see. We can do. Let's see. Star 799 star 70 hash. Star 799 star 70 hash. Star 799 star 70 hash is the code. You can dial to win for yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars right here. Something was scared of man. Good morning. How are you? Okay, so this is Higa Gonda, and I'm calling you from Freedom FM. You care to tell me what's your owner name? You see? Thomas Blama.
Yeah, yeah.
Thomas, you been playing the cash giveaway?
Yeah, yeah. I played yesterday.
You played this morning too?
No, yesterday.
Okay, but check out on your phone. You will receive 2,000 as part of our frequent players. I'm on the radio. We're giving out 10,000. You want to play, you can play, and then you stand a chance to receive 10,000 this morning.
Thank you. So,
Huh?
the game on now? Or?
Yeah, on now. The code is *799*70#.
Okay.
All right, Chief. Okay. So yes, we got more. Let's call this other person. Since you're not one player, me I give frequent player money to me give frequent player money. Since you're not one player to do the 10K draw, but it's *799*70#. It's up to you. We play, then we do the draw. This number, please don't take up my time. Let's see. This number, I have to get your name confirmed, so we do this transaction right now.
Yellow Valley subscriber. The subscriber you're trying to reach is currently out of coverage area. Please call again.
Okay, this number is still not going through. *799*70#. *799*70#. Let's see again. Let's call this number again. So maybe yeah, share the live. If we can hit 1,000, then we can maybe break half of the news and we'll keep the bottom up. Yeah, so if we can hit 1,000 this morning, we can break. We got the news. This news require more people listening to it. So since this number is not going through, you'll notice us. Yes, like you seeing, Abu is busy on the phone today. We got something breaking, a very serious breaking news. But yeah, the first is off. So we got something seriously breaking. So when you want us to break the news to give it out to you people here, it's interesting. You'll like it. You have to share. Let's have at least let's have at least 1,000 persons following this morning. So share, let's get 1,000 persons following us, then we can
No, trust me, if okay, we are 400 plus. If we can reach 1,000,
if we can reach 1,000, then we can break the news.
We will
But
break it
it's
right.
important. Y'all want to know it, and you notice that for you following us on Facebook, y'all notice that we were hanging our head and reading on something here. It's a very serious breaking news, and when it hit, yeah, the whole news, all the news outlets in this country will shake. It's important. But while we wait to see that we have the 6 person. Imagine since this, we need 4. We need 4 more. We have not even got the 4 person playing. So,
and that's it. That basically what we can do is to give you what we can and talk about it. But hey guys, let's look at Nimba. Yesterday, a lot of things happened there in the politics, and sadly, for me, the way I see what is going on in the Nimba senatorial by-elections is a clear demonstration that the regime understands that they are failing, and that the Liberian people know and prepare to take a decisive action against them. So basically, they are using all of the strategies. First of all, like one of the callers said, the regime violated the law. Liberians, I want you to be fair. You were here, this regime, used the code of conduct and other issues to rally you against the weird presidency and say, oh, this other person with that, the other person with that. So being fair is judging everybody by the very same standard. And the good thing about the standard is the law of the land. So if it was good to have held the CDC folks by that very standard, nothing makes it wrong when you see the flagrant violations of these same standards by your friends today, and you're holding back. You're being unfair. Liberia is not going to go nowhere if this is how we're going to keep living. That when it is mine, then I put up defense. When it's the other guy, then I become the activist of the war, and then I'm talking loud above my head, and and all of that. How you call him? This Eddie Jawolo guy. Eddie Jawolo and his likes are receiving millions of foreign nations taxpayers' dollars to promote democracy, the rule of law, right? Free, fair, and transparent elections, and all of that. They receive these monies, but why are they not talking about all of the constitutional breaches and the undermining of democracy in Nimba? The media is reporting every day. Go and see his social media handle. But if it was then, Eddie Jawolo knows how to talk about the other representative, the other minister go here, the other minister do this, that. The same thing or even more is happening. The entire government descended on Nimba last week, abandoning their duties. The vice president has been there for weeks. Aside from leaving his job, the vice president is contradicting and violating the constitution by promoting ethnic bigotry and sowing a seed of ethnic division in Nimba County. The vice president is spending thousands of dollars. This man is not acting as Jeremiah Kun, he's acting as the vice president of the country. If that is not worrying to you, then it must be then something must be wrong with you. And somebody called themselves civil society in the country, and they do not find problem with that. They don't say anything. For them, it does not violate any democratic standard. Absolutely not. So they agree, and all of you. So Key gets arrested, manipulated, and paid. Some sources are telling us 50,000, others are saying 100,000. It's either 50 was given on the spot, and then the other 50 after. But any which way, the fact remains that Prophet Key, the regime paid him some
100,000.
good bit of money. Yeah, 100,000, 50,000, some people taking
And the conversation was what he told them is they needed a campaign. There were things that he promised, like the tournaments and all of that.
Mhm.
So if the region want him to support,
gotta
they
give
must,
him the
they
money.
must
So
give
he
him money.
goes.
So he lead his own campaign team. So that's why the conversation was about was around more than that amount. But I think they settled down to around 100,000.
100,000. So just imagine. Look at the kind of money, folks. Look at the kind of money wherever you are. You actually lying down, or you know a relative that's lying on a hospital bed at a government facility, and they're telling him or her there is no insulin. But the very government that's supposed to provide insulin for that medical facility is paying a non-entity, empty-headed, brainless idiot, paying him $100,000
Just to go and preach divisive politics.
just to go there and go say divisive things, tribal things. That all. While your relative is on the verge of dying, several of them across the country, they're dying. The very government is paying a non-entity, empty, score, brainless idiots. 100,000. Can you imagine what kind of country are we? This is happening when Bwaka is president, and that is the most disappointing part about it all. All of these things are happening when Bwaka is president, right? All of these are happening when Bwaka is president, and the man goes there. Look at his campaign message. And I'm told Kun directly told him, Kun feels Musa developmental agenda for Nimba is going to challenge his dominance in Nimba. Because the people seems to be moving away towards development. They say, well, they think we've been here all along. We even rejected the CDC. We say we want development, but the people come in our life and say back up, and this other man People moving towards development in Nimba. Jamal Kun says, no. So me myself, I don't want to the thing. But let me get the key man. The key man can talk it. So the very thing they want to say, but they cannot, so they pay him $100,000 to go and say it. It's not anything that makes sense. Everybody knows that they're politics. So the fact that they're resorting to these innuendos is an indication that they are losing it. That they are losing it. The fact that the government is so desperate, they can pay 100,000. So Nimbayans, congratulations. I mean, congratulations on your initial resolve. That's compelling the government forces to go and take 100,000 and give it to a key. That means your resolve to reject them has made them to go in their closet and say, the thing here, the people are opening on Musa and confusing the people with development and is making it difficult because their candidate has no progressive, constructive discussions about anything. So how do we flair to the tribal messaging? The gender bias. How do we add additional flair to it? Yesterday, Key was insulting Musa. We don't know when he begin, when he shall have begun on Ide, how it's going to be like. You can imagine the regime is paying the man to go there and abuse the woman. Certainly, he's going to do that. But the man goes bundle up, and he feels the only way he can get people away from Musa and Musa candidate is to use Musa tribal background. They say, we will not give Madingo people power because we give Madingo people power, they come and take our land, blah blah blah. All along the people been there. They put on take land. Anybody here talk about people take land? I think in fact it's the Madingo people that have been claiming that their lands have been taken. It's the other way around. So you go and what? Deceive the people in your politics, and you know what you're saying, they're not fight. It's not even going to happen. It does not even happen. Who wake up one morning, just go and go tell somebody who no land, you see the person will fold their hand. Does that thing make sense to you? You go circle, you go see the kill man, you see because you man, you go tell the kill man land. The kind of thing that the way that people can send their message and say you listen to it, you know straight that they're trying to deceive you. I've always told you that tribe, ethnicity in our politics in Liberia is deception. The people will use it, they will get your vote, and then when you go to them and go tell them, say, oh, your child's sick, you need something. They say, oh, they like begging, man. You like begging, even though you give. But they use your tribe, you mind the tribal thing, you went and voted. When you finish voting, when you get problem to your home, you go share with them, oh, they can't sit down and say, oh, you like begging, man. They want to hold any small thing, they begging people. How you say the begging people again? And you say that tribe, they must vote you on. That kinsmanship. So the man using kinsmanship to come and man put a kinsman there now. They do not deliver. Your children are out of school, their children are in school, they can't help you. Even though they rally you on kinsmanship and you voted for them. So the whole idea does not make sense. Challenge them to do things that directly benefit you, right? Or that augment your capacity to get it for yourself and stand independently for yourself. Tribal thing not going to help you. You're not waste your time in the country on tribal business. Tribal thing not going to help anybody. Your basic responsibilities, you have to shoulder them. Live a progressive life. Tribe can put food on your table. They will just use it to appeal to your sentiment. As soon as you vote for them, they turn their back. As soon as you vote for them, when their child hurting, they put them on flight and carry them to Ghana. When they say get medical issue, they get on the next flight, they go to India. They go to America. They can carry all the Gio people to America or Ghana. So you think that Gio was a manual thing. Because Madingo may not even run it. Right? You think that Gio was a manual thing. When you go vote and you say, oh, because you go vote for Koga. 3 months later, when you get sick or you get problem, Koga will put you on plane. The same way you can put his wife, his children on the plane and carry them in Ghana, India, or America. You will go there. And you give your mate, he's supposed to carry you now. Right? The international school, his children going in Moreover and some of them in America. He will take your children and carry them there because all of you that give you. You will carry you because all of you that give you. You discuss the issues. You challenge Koga, you ask Koga, what is your contribution to healthcare in District 5 or Nimba at large? What is your contribution to rural infrastructure development? What have you done for the 13 years with the district development funds that you have been given? How have you used that to impact our lives here? That guarantee that when you go to the Senate, you will do it even more. Those questions have got nothing to do with what tribe you speak or which village you're coming from. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That your children are struggling and riding on bamboo stick to cross river to go to dilapidated schools in the 21st century, 2025. That your children are going through these conditions and Koga has been lawmaker for over 13 years. And you still ignore that problem, that collective challenge. You ignore it and you settle for because I give you man and we want man or woman. Does it make sense to you, Hagar?
About this country, discussing Nimba, I'm beginning to get disappointed why I should be on Nimbayans, and I'm sincere about this.
Yeah, anybody all the time, but
I'm sincerely beginning to get disappointed.
And maybe you
why
want to talk about the politics there because every day because you guys be talking tribal things.
The fact that a progressive country that we expect, like Nimba, a country considered generally respected by Liberians and other residents to be a progressive country, will settle for tribal politics only to serve the pockets of few individuals, selfish, greedy individuals, then I'm disappointed. That's why you see, let me say this to you frankly. I so dearly respect my parents. I love their names. So because of that, I don't intend to change my last name anytime. Yes. But to be frank with you, I sometimes regret it. I don't want to identify with Nimba. I'm frank, and you can take it any way you want to take it. It is because many of you Nimbayans that we expect to be sound and inclined enough, you people have limited yourselves to people pockets. So you allow them to say whatever they want to say. They speak to you in whatever tone they want to speak to you. And you don't even know, the fact is, you don't even know how disappointing this is to you, for you. Because these guys will use you, make you to play the kind of dirty politics they are using. Look at the kind of deception that Koga is carrying around. The only message that is being preached. Let's listen. Let me read out Koga's platform right here, Abu, so you can know what you Koga get on your platform as a candidate in the race.
Even Yantoine.
This is Koga's platform, right? Koga is telling you, Honorable Samuel Gongben Koga for Senator Nimba County. What his platform are. Leadership you can trust for a stronger tomorrow. What kind of leadership? Koga has been a lawmaker for 13 unbroken years.
So what how do you define
what kind of leadership? And the next thing he's telling you here is putting Nimba first always. What is that? Is that something that you should look at and judge this guy and vote for him? What tomorrow when he's not delivering, what you icing, what you telling him? How do you know when somebody is putting Nimba first?
The man say, I want to tell you, say, I put in Nimba first. You see me, man, Nimba just...
So, last thing here he's saying, we'll continue championing your values in the county. Is this something really enough to get you voting for somebody? Or because your mind is, I'm a Guillaume, I'm a support of Guillaume, I'm a Mano man, I'm a support of Mano person. So is this the kind of county Nimba, if care is not taken, Nimba will be the cause for another bloody civil unrest in this country? And I'm saying this because Nimbayans are many in numbers. And every tribe,
will be bad if you see the development, I mean, Nimba is supposed to be
every tribe
made a lot of progress.
Abu, every tribe in that county got their own numbers. The Mandingo that you are ostracizing today, the Mandingo that you're making to appear like they are not part of us.
And the
Mandingos you're speaking to today, they are people who got their own numbers. the mind on the gear. What happens if certain group of people feel marginalized and feel insulted and want to take action? You care to know. Many of these people, the very thing they're saying that you're hearing today, that the thing they can say in the Nimba chat rooms. Many of them, the only message that is being preached by Koga and his campaign team is, don't vote for a Mandingo man. Don't vote for a woman because you will not be able to go when traditional or people come outside. Is this the reason we should vote for a person? People are telling us, they are talking about women empowerment.
So they not equate Mark Guion to Madingo
man because he's been supported by Musa Belete.
Then either Gonglo Wepa say don't vote for a woman.
You not vote for her because she's a woman. When you vote for her, when traditional people come outside, should not be able to come outside. Is that something we should vote for somebody for? And they're taking our country's money, our taxpayers' money, giving it to somebody, a not-score individual, empty enough, giving it to him just to campaign for their quest. And when these people, when you use them today, when they use you to vote, you vote for them tomorrow, then they say, when was the last time you saw Koga doing his day as representative, that you saw him lie on the ground before any of you are citizens of that country? But in a deceptive turn of event, he's here lying out on the ground, proving that he's so respectful, he's humble. This is the Koga that insulted Prince Johnson whenever he wanted to.
So you know what Yantoine said? Yantoine, are you listening to Jeremiah Kun and Samuel Koga new campaign spokesman, Prophet Key? The man said, Nimba, the way we've been doing it here, the how we'll do it, because right now we get one mano man. We get one man senator, so we need one Gio senator. Look, man. I don't even like to be having this kind of conversation on national radio, man. The whole war is following.
And people like them, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, but man, you know, right? They said that, right? But then if you look at it clearly, it doesn't make sense. When Prince Johnson was already senator, Jeremiah Kun ran on the Gio ticket.
Yes.
Right? And he got elected.
Senator.
And two Gio
senators there.
So why are you lying to the Nimba people? But it is disappointing because I'm told Yantoine that Mano man.
It's a Mano man.
Right? It's disappointing for Yantoine to abandon his own people. Because I mean that's how you're doing it, huh? So how Yantoine will sit down in a room where clearly the conversation is not about the quality, but rather it's about your tribe. Right? Are you a bastard? You sitting there and they're telling you, say, leadership might not go to your own people, and you sit and you say, yeah. And then you join the bandwagon to carry out these kinds of messages. Look at what this guy, district number 9 representative Tawongbe wrote. Remember, Ta supported Yantoine. Was it Yan? No, this very Jeremiah Kun man when he contested. So Ta endorsed the lady yesterday. And Ta was clear. Tawongwe says, look, the whole debate you're carrying about tribe and Gio or Mano business, for him, he's not going for it. For him, he's not going for it. So let me read what he posted. Nimba deserves better. No more trouble, ping pong. And this is where the youth in Nimba, you people have to change the narrative. You're working together, you're socializing together. I was just watching one video say the hottest Pan One station in Nimba. All the people that were down there, they are a mix of all of the tribes. You see the young people, you're flexing, you're talking about tribe, you're into, and you're mingling, you're going to school together, doing everything. And then the old people, they are all something they want to bring it back to ignite, and this unity among you and enhance the potential of you people fighting among yourselves tomorrow. One day, if this conversation continues, like Hagar said, it could lead to some kind of disturbance in the county. And all of you will be affected. On Tuesday, the people of Nimba will elect Madam Ide Gonglo where he's definitive as our next senator because Nimba deserves better and we will settle for nothing less. I will personally lead and support pool washing operations in my district and work with others across the county to secure and protect that victory. This is a fight for the soul of Nimba. And I agree. The soul of Nimba is threatened. The desperation by the regime is an indication that they want to keep the Nimba people down. So they're doing, this is how the demons go after you. They go after you by every means. And this is what they're doing. They're spending thousands of dollars that they could even give to someone in clinic in Nimba. They're giving it to one man to go sow seed of tribal division.
The cause women.
That's the only message they have. Right? When it comes to electing, either you say, oh, the man or woman. When it comes to electing Mark Blion, you say, oh, the Mandingo man. Your own Gilson is telling me that.
Maybe because it's being supported by Musa
Say,
Belete.
I will personally lead and support pool washing operations in my district, which is district number 9, and work with others across the county to secure and protect that victory. This is a fight for the soul of Nimba, and we will not lose it. We all heard the vice president's attempt to reintroduce the tired and divisive narrative of so-called tribal ping pong in Nimba. And like Key said in one of his campaign messages, that electing Koga is guaranteeing the presidency for Kun in 2029. We in 2025, you don't even finish delivering for the people here. You're not going to the country and say you won't be
He start campaigning
2029.
for 2029.
And look at the way he even campaigning. Kun will get unpopular before it is even time. Now, so he was elected. He said, okay, travel ping pong, blah blah blah. Say in Nimba. How ironic. Let us remind him that he is himself a direct product of the non-existent tribal ping pong. In 2020, he was elected as a Gio candidate when there was already a Gio senator in Prince Johnson. Of course, you all know that. And he did not see the need to let it go to the Mano side. So this is hypocrisy. You can't be saying it must go to the Gio side when there was a chance for it to go to the Mano side. He didn't say that. We all did him. But now he wants to play referee. Spare us the hypocrisy, Mr. VP. Your selective morality insults the intelligence of our county, and this is where the cost of it all lies. And Nimba citizens must begin to demonstrate to people like Koga, who is clearly uneducated, illiterate, right? That look, you can't play on our intelligence. You can't jump over their ballet and believe that should serve as the basis for our reasoning. You can't come play on our intelligence and use negative words against women, and you think that must be the yardstick for our reasoning. Absolutely not. Let's be clear. Tar says, I had my disagreement with Madam Ida Gonglo in the 2020 and its public record. But personal grievances must never stand in the way of progress. We cannot and will not hand over our future to Samuel Koga, a reckless, power drunk, and utterly incompetent man whose ambition knows no bound. This is a colleague of Koga telling you, the people of Nimba, that the best quality of Koga lies in his recklessness, his drunkenness for power, right? And coupled with his utter incompetence. Man is utterly incompetent. Even a shoemaker has competence than Koga. Koga is an empty, non-score, incompetent, power drunk clown. That's who he is. Right? The late Senator Prince Ward Johnson opposed Samuel Koga in 2017. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again in 2023, he opposed him.
Several efforts were made.
He supported Kun. If he were alive today, he would never support Koga.
Not at all.
If Prince Johnson is alive, but he's lying on Prince Johnson and using Prince Johnson's name. Not in health. I mean, Wongbe is convinced that even in hell, Prince Johnson, with the friction that was between the two, will not support Koga. Even in hell, when Koga put in hell, also he won't be the president of the people in hell. Prince Johnson will still not support him. Excuse me. Not in heaven. Just in case someone away is made away to heaven. He will fight that madman to the end, and so will we, the people of Nimba. This guy is a creeping mad dog that will erode the social capital of the Nimba people. Your investments are threatening. This man will sow a seed of trouble, division. It will be developing, and all the progress you're making in that country. One day, yeah, we'll go someone on North Can, trouble war, roll you post up burning the places, it will roll you back. Get rid of people like Koga. Put a unifier, either Gonglo where Garrison Yellow or Mark Bleon.
People are there. You can.
These are the people. These people are talking about how Nimba should continue holding together, uniting Nimba. But Koga is talking about dividing Nimba.
Mm-hmm. And this was the
Koga
very same man who started pushing for the division of Nimba.
Oh yeah, he's on record. He even did a
also have upper and lower Nimba, and in fact even central Nimba. So this is the very man you are giving Koga the opportunity to divide us in action now.
The man proposed that Nimba should be divided into 3 because he was so drunk and desperate for power. He won't be sent up by alcohol and say, let's share the whole country. He's on record. He cannot deny it. That man is an epitome of division. That's what he thrives on. Samuel Koga does not represent the future of Nimba. Absolutely not. And I agree in principle. He is everything we must reject. Nimbaians must reject. Mm-hmm. Because what? He is a poison to the future of Nimba, the progress of Nimba. That's who he is. He breeds hatred and division. So when you put him there, Nimba will be on time bomb. Chaos, disrespect, tribalistic, and just plain greedy. That's who Nimba is. And that's who Koga. Koga is everything we must reject. You are when you reject Koga, you're rejecting chaos, you're rejecting disrespect, you're rejecting tribalism, and you're rejecting greediness.
Mm-hmm. And this conversation, I'm beginning to I got a call from the county on several issues, and so before we can conclude on our going to the county, I'm having a conversation with our sister radio station in the county.
Okay,
so we can be joining their afternoon conversation. Okay. So this message needs to resonate in the county. This message have to go down to the common people. I'm saying this, and trust me, I am putting myself in.
And if Nimba rejects the man, they will be doing the biggest thing to their own.
I'm saying this. I'm speaking, and I'm feeling so disappointed.
You see, the whole country standing with you. Everybody going on the side of Ide. Everybody going on the side of Mark Bleon. Everybody going on the side of Garrison Yellow. And they're telling because the rest of the country have recognized the danger that lies with Samuel Koga.
You can even see from the guy's campaign activities and things and understand that he's a greedy and desperate individuals pushing to get this position for himself. Koga has been there. This is the same Koga who will insult people, who will say things and tell people say that his money being representative. But the same Koga today you're running after. Koga will tell you, say, buy your t-shirt and buy rest for you and give you one. I want me to vote for him.
But guess what? The joke is, young people now start getting scared. They only men are rebel. When you do the scene.
But the guy oversaw the removal of 2 successive speakers, and now he's running after the third one.
So young people say, God, be careful.
But quite frankly, Koga is a desperate and terrible example to even teach your children about. Yeah, he's a very terrible example.
The man should be removed from governance in the country. Man.
This guy,
kind of
this
people
guy,
in national leadership.
I don't know.
When the country is making progress, then
maybe
the
that
man
the
bring
thing,
it
that the
divisive.
thing, maybe that the thing they make a rub a hand on what can be doing that I play. What can
Yeah,
be
important,
but I really
important,
think
yeah.
Koga.
I'm
I
looking
think
normal, man.
they are
Medicine,
not
witchcraft
looking
in it.
Koga. You see Koga whole field looking at medicine part, and that's just who he appear to be. So maybe it could be another way, but for some of us who believe in Christ,
Yeah, because what kind of man you always on the
we
opposite?
feel we are not moved by whatever somebody say. My man, you have to be careful. No, chief, sorry. Whatever the case is,
My
in this
man, that
country,
means what the man is saying.
it's not.
It is the frustration of what is happening.
Mhm.
Me, I can tell you for free, there's nobody that's passionate about Nimba more than he got go. Almost every weekend, brother will go there. Interested in what is happening with the politics, what is happening with the young people. It's just that the country is on, right? In fact, you can even make such a man leader of that country. You will see the country making progress than people like Koga.
You'll see a different man from a different country leaving from his county, leaving from his area
Yeah.
of assignment, his area of appointment, his area, then he's leaving from here, going only to make you understand that tribal politics is not important. Let's be frank.
The
Maybe
guy
many
will say
of you-
nothing more about it and say,
and say, yeah,
and you thought all you want to
this is not a presidential election that we're going for. This is a county that a particular county that is looking for a senator, not the entire country. But Yeke saw it important. He has left Monrovia. He's in the county campaigning, beating sense into Nimbayans.
It should ring a bell to you. Look at the women. The women in the country take a position. They say it's dangerous what we are hearing from the country. Nimba people, rescue yourself, save yourself, protect yourself from this. And let me see how our good people in Nimba are going to allow Koga to emerge. How? The government is wasting taxpayers' money. Your hospitals, your schools don't have chairs. I'm told over 300,000 to 400,000 they are using
Mhm.
in Nimba County just for a small by-election. Why are they so desperate?
That
Because the fee they got to
money
pay him
is
back.
this for their campaign, or not the money they give to NDC. So NDC is different. And so if
No,
you're
no.
made say of over Kuga, you should be understanding that we'll be going to another by-election again. So it's up to you. Whatever decision, me I can tell you, whoever you vote for in the country, once Liberia still exists, I will survive for the next 6 years. Now, I'm not bragging you, but once Liberia still exists, I will survive for the next 6 years. I will work at an institution for 5 years. I will not taking a penny. I'll survive there and live a better life. I'm working here. The little that I'm receiving, thanks to the management team here, headed by the CEO, we have what we can get what we work for. We're not looking at some of your passing around, you're working for government institution and go 2-3 more again TP. Yeah, before the 22nd, the 23rd with TP. So that one alone can save me. So whoever you decide to vote for, you go your vote for Coca, whoever you want to vote for, that your business. And I get nothing to benefit. I would say when I want to leave from here to go Nimba.
Look at the man. Look at the man that go give 100,000 to the go campaign. Look at. Look at the man. Look at the man. They gave 100,000 to the go campaign.
That at a campaign gallery is speaking so.
Huh? Like either the man, what is the man? In fact, the man said they will say the book people. They send a man in Nimba to go cause either Gonglo where and cancel Tiawan Gonglo. So they both go to school, but they don't get sense. They did say, I mean, all kinds of ridiculous utterances coming from this non-entity, non-score, right? So the shameless guy, easy. This is what he has written after sending the men to go insult the Mandingo people, right? Samuel say Gongbe Koga. Our attention has been drawn to the statement made against a particular ethnic group in Nimba County, the Mandingo, by Prophet Key, that is trending on social media. We distance ourselves from said statement that has the propensity to bring about disunity among us in Nimba. Meanwhile, we accept the endorsement, blah 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 blah.
So he, God.
So I see some beginner at them and say, oh the man, the man.
So the guy interest is
So the impact. Let's keep making noise on it. In fact, that statement has to go viral. It is a manifestation of all we have said, and he himself agreed that what it has the ability, the propensity to bring about this unity among the people of Nimba. But Koga, you yourself now say the same thing. Your boss man, Jeremiah Kun, have said the same thing. Distance yourself from yourself now, or distance yourself from Kun.
Even in the chat room, his campaign managers are in the chat room saying the same thing, preaching the same divisive politics. Even not for professional purpose, are going to send many of you conversation. Many of these people are going to send your conversation.
What it means is that, like I said from the beginning, I think Nima people are too much getting results. Because when they finish talking all that travel thing, when Mark Brion go out, you see the people come out in their mass.
And we're having competitive crowd pooling. And that's what
when Garrison Yellow goes out, you see the people still following. When either Gonglo will come up, so the whole place can get locked down.
I got videos here of her. She's putting up a very serious crowd in the guild setting.
Even Yaka Koluba. They begin on even insulting Yaka Koluba. Yeah, say pay to play. As soon as you're Ninka in the man can cause you.
So you see her crowd, she's pulling, she's doing move.
Right. So the more you keep sending divisive messages, we are telling the people they made a disaster. They may get nothing to offer. I'm told he left the debate hall yesterday.
He did not. Yeah, he did not. I'm not sure he went there.
He did not go. So the men running away from debate because when you go to the debate, they don't go into about trap being in there. Don't go into about woman being, right? What are that woman can tradition this that blah blah no. At the debate now they're going to ask you on the issue. The man get insult, so he ran away from that.
So we will have to look for means through which we are able to connect with the country. We have to do this from our country. We have to
sure.
We have to save Nimba of this embarrassment. We have no personal interest in that election. The best candidate should win, but we believe Koga is not the alternative for our country. So
my biggest interest and my help for the Nimba people is Koga must not win.
Yes, and that's a clear message.
Anybody
else. If you let the guy who contested in District 3, I coincidentally or team 1 you want the 1 one guy who contested in District 3 there.
And a
Fangalo. If you like it, you can vote for him. Whoever you want to vote for. But Koga should not win. And that is it.
But it will be a good thing if you vote for either Gonglo or too. So these politics are unacceptable. Let's take call 0776 104 104 086 500 104. Right? The man say he doesn't accept from Peraki, but he accepts the man endorsement. And part of Peraki endorsement were the statement he made. So how do you reconcile that? In essence, your man Koga, he say he
doesn't accept from Peraki, but he's not. That's he doesn't accept from the message, but he accepts the endorsement.
But part of the man endorsement.
This is the very man your government carrying the code saying he not voting in the country. So how can a man who did not vote for you?
And the man say Peraki say I go and vote. So we'll vote for Koga because we give him. They still kept the card with him.
Those guys are inconsistent. We'll be waiting to see whether he will vote. That they won't wait. That they next vote.
They still get a card to the man. They release the man. Say the man free. They make him vote with a card.
Yeah, hello.
Morning on the WhatsApp line. Go ahead.
Good morning, Higa, and good morning, Abu.
Morning, Chief.
No, let me tell you something, Abu and Higa. What has happened? The statement that how to call him Opa. I don't want to call him prophet because that is dignifying and using a holy name to somebody who is not even connected to himself.
The statement that Opa made in Nimba County, that statement is plain, is purpose. Because why? That statement has been made before. That statement has been made before.
No, but the thing is, the thing is, we are getting very reliable information that it is the vice president that told Opa to go and say these
They
things.
gave the man 100,000 for that message I've been preaching.
Right. That's it, Abu. That's it. It is the vice president that is facilitating everything that's happening within Liberia, not only in Makande. Because this gentleman is so eager. He see himself that he wants to be president by all costs.
The man is greedy, very greedy.
But look, we're getting ready for them. When he get the first beating by either Congo will quit him in Nimba, then we'll get it ready for him.
Okay, Chief, let's speak more calls.
But that particular message what Jeremiah Kun gave Prophet Key 100,000 to go and abuse and insult the Mandingo people in Nimba. That message will haunt him 2029.
Let's speak to this person. Akop then saying I'm there, the inner alliance with the main party. Their morning.
No, the rational.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
So when you hear the word accepted, never you want to accept the change, either party or just a pakai. It is just very clear. Let's look at that. See that even the former senator and now fashion Occupy. I sure before you go there, Occupy by one Thomas Kubi, right? Thomas Kubi was also a Q man. And Prince Jordan was a Q man. When did this particular message became relevant? But when you get to people who just believe in bigotry and they know nothing, and then you put them somewhere and they ought to do nothing, you ask that man now for manifesto zero. You ask the man say they in a lower house for all the years. What the bill you put for zero? Nothing. What your character responsibility? Nothing. I mean, you ask that man for a $4,000 law, seriously, you're not getting that out of him. Nothing you get out of him. All he does is preach or trouble message, divisive politics, that all around. But anyway, all of these are happening because the men who's the head of state is suffering from a cognitive problem. The main thing of cognitive decline. So all your followers will just follow suit. The main declining.
All right, Chief. Thank you. So say M down. Say you have to please just hit me up on Messenger. Use my name and hit me up on Messenger. Let's talk. Say M down. Hit me up on Messenger. Morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu and Higa.
You want to walk away from your radio? Or you put the phone off speaker and hearing myself in the back.
Okay. My name is Mohammed Fana Jr. And I do join you guys from the Somali South area.
Go ahead.
My point this morning is about the statement that Prophet King made about our ethnic strap. I will say this attaching to the unified people.
That the vice president told him to go say it. That Jeremiah Kun told the man, pay him 100,000 to go and say it about your people in the land.
Our father Apple will never and ever vote for unified people.
That you will say that one. But your Akko people were silent on it. Silent means consent. So they all part of the alliance.
Okay, Abu, this alliance. So 0776104104 086 500 104. See it down. You can call me. Just hit me up on WhatsApp. Then I will give you my number. We talk. That's the messenger. Hit me up on Messenger. I will give you my number so we can talk. Let's talk to this person. Morning. Hello.
Yeah, so how are you?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm James Thomas.
You say James Thomas what? The line is back. 0776104104 086 500 104. See it down. I'll be expecting to hear from you. Let's talk to this person. Morning. Okay. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You live on the radio. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Higa and Mr. Abu, firstly, I want to extend my greetings to you guys for continuous effort in providing sensitive information to the Liberia people. By the way, the Dutch and Derek T. Morris and I'm falling in for the electoral district is going to thing. So the issue of the Nimba County by election, infiltrating and discussing to always see unity parties, portraying themselves in such a way that the future of Liberia will not recognize them as people who stand for a just cause.
They always bring a division. Unity party.
They see where Baga left when went Lofa in preach. They see divisive politics there doing the campaign.
Yeah, Unity party always bring a division in the country.
So, it is a disgrace and a disaster to the unity party people who perceive themselves to be the sophisticated people in our democracy, pushing proper policy that took off fast 15 years. Since the war, we have benefit today. You can move you. Vulnerable in the street with our job. No facility, no company, nothing. These are the real issues to be discussed by the unity party people. Not trivial issue. It's a shame and disgrace.
All right, let's talk to
Peter Lynn Peters. Let's hear you. Anytime you be in power, I think you have too much division, Bennett. Peter Lynn, your life, go ahead. The book can use divine rules.
So let me see. Thanks for the conversation this morning. You see, actually, one of my disappointment is some of the here to be supporting the act of the veto in Nimba County by the current vice president, and some of the media colleagues supporting that act is very wrong.
Because they have been paid.
We were here.
No, they've been paid. All of them.
People are looking at all here saying I'm hungry and still talking the truth, but the people are being paid.
And then media post very sound, but when we see media post supporting that kind of statement, I mean they pay them.
But these are people that we around here, they told us that they were independent. All right, and some of them
go look for independent.
Today I am from there and
independent get you there.
Today I am from there.
I mean, really sad. Jeremiah Kuhn is not the sitting vice president.
Her line, but here's the thing, Higa, right? This thing is about the soul of Liberia, because now, the tribal thing is targeting the Mandingo and the Mano people in Nimba, right? But they are prominent Mano people that are in United Party and they agree with it. There are prominent Mandingo people in United Party and they agree, they justify it. So you see, the people succeed in the divide and rule method. Put the people against themselves. So you saying on there, right? They're attacking, but you think it's because the other person on the other party, so it ain't affecting you. But it's a general narrative that's being shared in the county, and it could haunt you tomorrow. It could go after you. When United Party not in power, the United Party Mandingo people can be organizing protests for their land in Nimba. They want land, but when they come back in power, they see United Party men, they will go, they say now in government, they can't talk about their land. So that's a deception. So today, while they're in power, their vice president is allegedly paying 100,000 to one empty-headed man carrying the country. Say, go say the thing what all we won't say, but we can say go say it. Folks, say they see you sow is what you reap.
So we'll be waiting to see whether this guy is going to vote in Nimba, especially where this very government prosecuted him or tried to prosecute him for alleged fraud in his voters registration card. So they're not free the man.
That means the thing you did, the thing we're holding for, they're not true.
So the man, then there was a need for him to contest. Because that was the reason for which they held him and stopped him from contesting. So if you went to the station, maybe investigation proved that the guy did not do it, then he should be allowed to contest the election. But again, this is where we are. This is the Liberia that we voted for when we stood under the sun and the rain to elect this 80-year-old man. But this is Liberia.
That's correct. And we have to go, folks. Tomorrow we're gonna be here. The MCSS, like we told you, once we get all of the documents.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow is Friday. Yeah. But yeah, you will be here. So that's you and the lady, right?
Yeah.
So until we see you tomorrow, do have yourself a wonderful time from the nation's capital. Bye bye.
colors.